Okay, today we're going to make a fancy drinking glass and use a few different types of features along the way. So take a moment and get your screen set up the way you like to work with it. And let's start out by drawing a polyline to make the base of our glass. I'm just going to go ahead and make it about 15 millimeters tall, and then I'm going to just slide over a little bit because I want my glass to have a little bit of a tilt to it. Hit enter, and then I'm going to copy this. There we go, I got a hold of it. I'm going to pull it out here a little bit. Let's make it 1.5. It's a little thick, but that'll be okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and close my profile off because I'm going to need to rotate it. I'm going to go ahead and pull this at 90 degrees so that it cuts that off even at the top. And I'll have to go back and trim it up. Let's see. This one's already at 90. So let me zoom in here. Show you what I was talking about by cutting that off. When you offset, it pulls it to where it identically makes the line. So the other line was just a little bit lower. You'll see that here in just a second. Maybe able to see it now, but I'll zoom in on it so that you can see it real well. There we go. And I'm going to go ahead and clean that up with my trim tool. Go ahead and select that, click on this, and then get rid of this one and get rid of that little nub right there. Okay, that gives me what I want. Zoom this back down to fit. Now, to make my glass, I'm going to use a revolve profile feature. But before I do, I want to put a few little cool designs on my glass. So let's zoom in here a little more so I can see what I'm doing. And slide this around. I want to kind of put some little rounded edges on my glass. So I'm going to grab a circle and just click on this so I can get a spot that's on there. And maybe go ahead and make these 1 millimeter. And then make a couple more. There we go. That's cool. That'll give me a nice little rippled edge on my glass. And if you want, you could go ahead and use a fillet tool to round off the edge of your glass while you're here. Oops. It always loses that. I gotta redo it. So there we go. Don't want a sharp edge on your glass. You could do that after the fact, but sometimes it's just easier to do it that way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of these parts of the circles I don't want, like that part there and this part here. Okay. Now we'll go ahead and zoom it back to where it fits so you can see what I'm going to do. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select my profile, and then I'm going to use my tools and go to the revolve feature here. Profile is already selected. That's what it tells you to do first. I need an axis. I want to spin this right on this edge over here so that it's already stays solid. If you notice, that brings up this little circle here, and I could spin that a little bit, you know, like maybe I was making a helicopter wing or making something of that nature, or I can spin it all the way around, which is, you know, the full amount of angles in a circle, 360 degrees. Go ahead and do that, hit enter, and voila, I've got this really cool drinking glass right here. Go ahead and slide that out of my way, and I'm going to go ahead and delete that profile because I don't like those things interfering with my stuff when I print. You know what might make this cooler is if I I were to put some little feet on it, little round circular feet. Let's try something. Let's go ahead and select this face here. See if I can find the center. I don't know if that, nope, that didn't center the way I wanted it to, so I'm going to undo that and just draw myself a little circle over here. And I tell you, I'm going to do this. Sometimes you got to play with these tools to get them to do what you want. I'm just going to extrude that up a little bit, grab hold of it, and snap it on top of here. There we go. Put that on the base of my cup. And the reason I did that is because I want something to use that I'll probably end up trashing, but I wanted something to use to show you a pattern tool. So let's go ahead and get back where we can see the bottom of this. Pull it down a little bit, zoom it in. And what I'm going to do is put some little spherical feet on here. And I'll make them about 2, maybe 3 would be good. Enter. And then I'm going to take one of these and click it and stick it on here. And then what I want to do is move that so that it's over here on this edge. So first thing I'm going to have to do is click this. And you notice they all lit up, so I have to kind of ungroup them because I need that to be all alone by itself. There it is. And I'm going to click on the move feature and I'm just going to slide that out here towards the edge of my glass, maybe not all the way. And let's see if I can spin this around a little bit so I can see where I'm at. And I want that to sink into my glass a little bit, so I'm going to click it and I'm going to pull it into my glass just a little. You know, I got to make sure it didn't go through. Yep, I don't want it to go through my glass. I just wanted it to go in there a hair so that it would do well when I go to print it. And now what I'm going to do is duplicate this a whole bunch of times. So let's find circular pattern. This is the solid I want, and this would be my angle. Oops. Get rid of that one. I forgot to switch to my axis. There's my solid, and this is what I want it to spin around. There's 3 of them, and I don't know, let's see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Will it fit 9? There you go, that's pretty cool. Okay, so I'll put 9 of those on there, and then I'm going to go back and get rid of this. Got to make sure that it's ungrouped. And delete that piece because I didn't want it to begin with. I was just using it for a guide. So, you know, that's a little bit different, a little unique. But that's the way you use the circular pattern tool. And of course, I'd have to merge all these with the object. So I will click that, and I want this to be my solid. And then I will click this one and hold the shift key down and go around and select every one of these circles. Because if you don't make your object a solid piece, it just won't print right. And then I can just go ahead and hit enter. Now those are all merged and they're all stuck on that cup, and they go around it that way. So yeah, that's pretty cool. If you want, you can play around and make a fillet, maybe curve that a little bit, give it a better edge on the bottom. And I think that's really about all I want to do to it. You know, I could go ahead and maybe put my name on there or something of that nature, but we'll leave that for another lesson and another day. Okay, so there's my fancy cup, and that's what you need to do is just make a cup any type you want and turn it in, and make sure it's just not, you know, basic simple cup, but turn it in as a 1, 2, 3D so that I can look at things. Use the revolve profile to do this, so do not delete your sketch. I will check that to see how you revolved your sketch, and that should be it. So get this one done. It's another 10 points, and thanks for watching.